guys, welcome back to my channel and to another what I eat in a day video. Thank you so much for joining for a fantastic day of food. I already had my breakfast. As you guys saw, I had some toast and I had some corn syrup. I'll insert that now.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much, as long as love has a right.
And it was great. I really do love having jam on toast. I don't have it frequently, like I have it when it occurs to me, and then I always really enjoy it, and then I'll go a few weeks without having it, or even like a month, and then I'll go back to it and like, oh yeah, it's great. But for lunch I'm gonna have a sandwich. Now you may have seen a blog that went up very recently where I did a deliciously Ella portobello mushroom sandwich, and it was delicious. However, of course hers is plant-based. Mine's a little bit different because I've added cheese, I've added mayo. Mine isn't a plant version, but if you are interested in that, I can link her recipe in the description. I've just tweaked it slightly, and I do have the all-important coconut sugar now, so I'm gonna get on with making that. I have all my ingredients prepped because I'm really hungry and I really wanted to get on with it. So part of this needs to be done on the hob and part of it needs to be done in the oven. And I have these gorgeous Lancashire portobello flat mushrooms, which are just ideal. So I have some good quality olive oil here. So I'm going to pop in a bit of that, not too much. Mushrooms can have a tendency to drink olive oil up, as can aubergine. So I do like to be quite sparing with it, but I do prefer to use olive oil as opposed to things like Fry Light. Now I'm going to sprinkle it with some mixed herbs. Now I have a combination here of basil, rosemary, parsley. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that on. Again, not too much. And I'm also going to season with salt and pepper. I'm going to sprinkle with half of the amount of coconut sugar, just because I think that will add a really nice caramelization, and then I will use the rest of it on my shallots and garlic, which I'll do in a moment. I'm also going to be using some balsamic vinegar, and I'm just going to literally pour a little bit on, not too much. I feel like sometimes balsamic vinegar can be a little bit overpowering, so be sparing with it. You really don't need much for it to make an impact, and I'm literally just going to stir this around just to make sure everything's coated nicely. And then these are going to go in an oven at 200 for about 25 to 30 minutes, but make sure that you do kind of check them and move them about a little. If you think some of it's looking quite dry, just move it around a little bit so it's all nice and evenly cooked and mixed. And already, I mean, that just looks and smells completely delicious. Honestly, I love mushrooms so much. So that is going to go in now whilst we get on with the rest of the sandwich, which starts with slicing some shallot and some garlic. Now the recipe on Deliciously Ella again didn't call for garlic, but as you guys know, I'm a bit of a garlic fiend, and any opportunity to have some, and I will. It's also great for you. It's an antioxidant, cleans the blood, so any opportunity to get garlic into me and my family, and I'm all for it. So I have some garlic here, and I also have these really beautiful banana shallots. Now I'm only going to cook one of these because the sandwich is literally just for me, but I'll put a recipe in the description that will serve two, just in case you're doing it for you and someone else, or if you want to have two sandwiches, that is perfectly okay as well. So I'm just going to cut my shallots into rings because I think they look prettier, and then they kind of go off into strands as well, which again, it's just easier for adding to your sandwich. I wouldn't really recommend dicing it because it'll just be all falling out of the sides and everything like that, so I leave them ringed. But you could also use red onion, that would be perfect as well. And I'm also going to slice some tomato. Now I'm not going to need all of this, I'm just going to slice 2 slices and put the rest in the fridge for tomorrow. And all I'm going to do is finally cut my garlic as well. I don't need this whole clove, I'm just going to use half of it, and again I'll use the rest in whatever we cook later, because all of my recipes pretty much have garlic in there somewhere. And again, I'm going to use a tiny little bit more balsamic, a tiny bit of olive oil, and of course a little sprinkling of the coconut sugar as well.
I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
So my mushroom is out, and also my shallot and my tomatoes are here as well. You can add rocket if you would like, or any kind of salad, cucumber. I'm gonna have mine on this sourdough rye bloomer from Tesco. But feel free to use whatever bread you would like. I know that Walkers do sandwich thins if you're pointing or you're being calorie conscious. Of course, sourdough is not, you know, it's quite a dense and it's quite a thick loaf of bread, so feel free to, you know, use whatever you would like. It soaks up all the juices of the mushroom, the tomato, the shallots and the garlic. And of course, as I mentioned, I'm going to put a light mayo on there as well, which is going to be absolutely delicious. And of course, a sprinkling of mature cheddar. I'm actually using Cathedral City. I actually don't have the light one. I normally would have the light just because I like the taste and I feel like I can have more of it. But I don't have any, so today I'm going to be using the regular cheddar.
There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. So if you feel like I feel, please let me know if it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. 'Cause I love you, baby. And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm a lonely night. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby.
And there we have it, a gorgeous portobello mushroom sandwich with shallot, tomato, garlic. I've also put the spares on the side here because I love to eat veg like this anyways, but you could just put that in a tub for the next day. And yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy with a Coke Zero, and that is a very filling and substantial lunch indeed. Lunch was delicious, and it's now that time to have my afternoon snack. So I've become quite partial to having a cookie for my afternoon snack. I bake these myself. They are the New York caramelized white chocolate cookies that are absolutely delicious. I've showed you guys how to make these in vlogs before, so do check that out. But I'm also gonna have a scoop of my soft serve, which is my homemade ice cream. Honestly, this has become my favorite thing to eat in the whole entire world, and it's a no churn ice cream as well. Very, very simple, and I love it. So I'm gonna have this, which might seem like a lot before dinner, and it is, but you know what, I'm all about that relaxed life and having a bit of what you fancy. So that's what I'm gonna have my afternoon snack. This is such a treat. I mean, if you wanted to have this after dinner or have any other snack that you would choose, it's delightful. But just look at how soft and beautiful this ice cream is, and combined with that warm cookie, it's just the best. Honestly, I can't tell you. So if you do want to get weekly recipes from me, make sure you subscribe to my membership. It is really worth it and going really amazingly well, and I love it. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll put the information in the description. Alright, so I didn't factor in, let me just move you guys up, that today is actually the first Sunday before both of the children return. Oh god, what is going on? Before both of the children return to school tomorrow. Harrison's already been back a week, as you guys know, and I just didn't factor in how much I had to do extra ironing and just getting everything ready, to be quite honest. Plus I've had a few meetings today and also some admin that I've had to do. So I'm gonna opt for the easy option and start cooking into the week and starting to prepare and batch cook a bit more. So I'm gonna have a micro meal, to be quite honest, and this is the Aldi chicken tikka masala. It's really delicious. Now if I remember, I know we're not focusing on points and everything, but I think it was around 14 points, or I'm pretty sure it was 14 points for the whole thing, because this technically says it serves 2. I'm gonna have the whole thing because I'm not gonna have rice, and I am gonna have one of my flatbreads that I really enjoy, and these are 5 points as well on blue for anyone who's interested. As I said, I'll mention it if I know, but if I don't, I'm not gonna bother. So yeah, I'm gonna get those ready, and then it'll be a very quick and convenient dinner for me. I hope that this shows you that I don't completely cook from scratch all the time and have the best choices all the time and the most nutritious option, but this is definitely a very delicious option.
Don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby. Now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby.
I know this does not look that appetizing, but I completely forgot that I was filming a YE, and I basically just plonked it on top of my bread, which doesn't look great, but honestly it will taste amazing. So that's what I'm having for my dinner, and I'll check back in with you when I have likely some fruit. So guys, we've come to the end of another What I Eat in a Day. I promise the next one will be all recipes and all cooking. It's just that time really got away with me and I just didn't think about the fact that I would have so much to do tonight. And I also wanted to show a more realistic approach that sometimes I do have micro meals, sometimes I do have convenience food. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you're new to see more of these from me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
You're just too good to be true.